This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up.
And the Bears will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. I thought the defense did a really good. Confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Right back to it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Still on his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
So Baylor's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46. The Bears headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Hard in the backfield. It's Brown. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is in the air. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The Sooners backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Sategna. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Leaves it with the running back. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And the Sooners are flying down the field. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. At the 45 on his way. Turning on the jet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
And we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Akron came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks inside InfoCision Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Pulls it and fires to the left. Across the 45. At the 40, there he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Short gain on the play before he slides. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Under fire. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the back. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. Here comes the offense on second down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Mateer. Using the quick game. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds us back in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. On the move at the 30. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this.
Breaks into the open. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
In this offense, they like their quarterback running these QB-designed runs like you saw right there, but the defense, they're going to light up every time they see him tote the rock. They know they've got an opportunity to lay a hit on him and create a takeaway like they did right there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
The love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal for this offense. The give from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. The corners are walked up tight. First play of the drive wants to throw. With the catch, it's Brown. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Here comes the heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Can't get him to the ground. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
At the 48-yard line. Now, a fourth down.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Fighting off the defender. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed gimme fourth down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run the screen. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Under fire. Got him downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Bears getting set on 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Mateer. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Right on target this time. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And I love the timing around. It's a nice curl route, great throw, and then catch the ball, get north-south, and get some good yards after the catch.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The short hands, it's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds him out of the backfield. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Bears line up to punt it away. Hunt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Pride. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Motion from the back. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. He's got him in the flat. Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bears! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a hit. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself,
turning it on! Touchdown, Baylor! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turns.
Hits the afterburners. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Give to the running back. They get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. And the Bears want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Going to swing it on second down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. With the catch, it's Jenkins. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Bears will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. The inside handoff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Running into the open space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
The give to the tailback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Back to throw. It's Mateer. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Power football with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Bears in the hurry up. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught behind the line, it's Jenkins. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I love the play call on 3rd down. You're trying to get the running back involved on a screen pass. You just got to get it better executed. They couldn't block it good enough up front, and now they're facing 4th.
The Bears send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Sooners come to the line needing just inches for the first down. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
The Sooners are marching down the field. Might as well give it to him again. They get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Got it.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gonna run it. It's Tatum. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And the Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Firing to the right, complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You've got to flush that. You've got to get lined up. And you've got to communicate.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground and try to move the chains. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bears will have it 1st and 10. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Flips it out on the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bears! They'll try to tack one more on their score.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Turning it on. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give on the inside. Got the first down. Looking for more. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold on. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On first down, here comes this offense. Handoff from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
From the gun. Give on the inside. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners. And they take it in for 6 more points. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Right on the money. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on. Offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.